Getting a real fucking workout in. Real
Killing
stuff. Real stuff. You agree?
Killing it. Bench, rows.
Rows, bench.
Macro, I'm from mom and dazzle. Got it like ground like gravel. Coming back around like lasso. Macro, like a vision board, I see with clarity. I hustle like my name is Gary V.
Sabas, I've been telling you.
Accountants was talking about equity. I'm Triple H giving the pedigree. That mean that I'm special, my specialty. I put in the work till I'm dirt in the earth. I'm moving furniture to Beverly.
All right. Here we go. Facebook, good to see you. Let's see. We are live. I hope everybody's super well and doing great, enjoying their weekend. Trying to find different ways to hack daily V's when I'm not surrounded by Tyler and D-Rock and all those characters. So decided to do a Q&A on Facebook as today's Daily V. So while this audience builds, why don't I yap a little bit and tell you guys maybe a weekend recap. Tomorrow's BizDev Sunday, but today it was a good week. I was in Ireland. I was in Brussels. Last couple episodes of Daily V have been remarkably strong. Oh, by the way, you guys have to see this. This is actually amazing. Actually, some of you have seen this already. This is my Macho Man hoodie, but this is pretty remarkable. I'm actually going to do this entire Daily V as Macho Man. Oh yeah, Macho Man Randy Savage.
Yeah, unjustifiably in a position that I'd rather not be in, but the cream will rise to the top. Oh
yeah. All right, so I'm going to do this Daily V as Macho Man Randy Savage. Let's do this. Let's do some Q&A. What I learned in Ireland and Belgium is that so many people still are just looking for permission to do their thing. Way too many people asking and looking for permission. So what do you think your biggest weakness was in your mid-20s that kept you from reaching your current status? Henry, I'll be honest with you. I think way too many people are paying close attention to their weaknesses. Even this is, I think, symbolic. And I think the theme of maybe this episode, which is, Henry, I'll be honest with you, I'm not sure what my biggest weaknesses were. And I'm not sure what everybody's weaknesses are, but I know that way too many people focus on them. I would be blown away and happy if more people would pay attention to their strengths versus their weaknesses. I don't know what my big weaknesses were at 20. I really don't care. I knew my strengths were selling, leadership, intuition of where the market was, not being fearful of new technologies. And my answer to your question is, you're asking me to give you an answer about a weakness of mine so that you could address this. I would tell you that your biggest weakness is the same biggest weakness that I see from 99% of people, which is you're more inclined to focus on your weaknesses than your strengths. This is the binary switch. To me, this is like a switch, right? To me, this is very simple. I'll give you an example. Here it is. To me, it's this. It's just a switch, right? Either you're on or you're off. And to me, way too many people are on their weaknesses, and I just want to be on my strengths. So that's my answer for that, and that will be the theme of this episode, which is enough focusing on your fucking weaknesses. I mean, we have to get serious about strengths. We just have to. Please. Anyway, a couple more questions, and we'll keep it going. What are the top 5 things angel investors look for in early stage startups? Israel, at this point in 2017, this is a huge mistake for so many. They don't realize this is the case. Absolutely over. No more bullshit startups getting funded. That the 2010 to 2015 bubble is over. Israel, you need to actually make a business now. You need traction. You need hundreds of thousands of users, or you're going to get shitty VCs or dumb money. So, news alert. Another theme of this episode, bet on your strengths. Here's a second theme. The party's fucking over. Dumb fucking businesses are not getting funded the way they were 3, 4, 5 years ago, 2, 3 years ago, even 18 months ago. People have the supply and demand of real entrepreneurs, real good startups is really difficult to figure out now, and people are being way more selective. The angel investors that I grew up with, the Dave Morans, the Sakas, the Kevin Roses, the Travises have gone on to either build great funds of big businesses or focus on their own thing. And so I think you've got to actually build something with traction. Gary Vee, I'm 39. I just started my own business in September as a health and fitness coach. What advice would you have for me to get word out there through advertising? Francis, there's a lot of ways. I mean, I did an episode on how to do DM, marketing on Instagram not too long ago. Hustling 24/7 on the Instagram DM. It is the 2017 opportunity. Content every day, hashtags on Instagram, DMing Instagram other fitness people, just putting in the work, man. Patience. I mean, you just started. Everybody, there's so many ways to do it. If you've got money, you run Facebook ads and influencer ads. If you don't, you just put out content and you wait. I think way too many people when they start off with zero are fancy and they're not putting in enough free work. Free has such a negative, it's not free when you don't have anything. I love when people are like, don't do free work. If I was a trainer and nobody knew who I was, I would DM everybody who has 100,000 to 500,000 followers or more on Instagram and offered to do it for free, right? Period. And so I just, I don't understand why so many of you that are just starting out are so damn fancy. My biggest strategy when you're zero and nobody wants to pay is to do shit for free and then use the exposure for new clients. I mean, to me, I love doing shit for free. And so that would be my number one strategy: do free workouts with people that have huge audiences and tell them you'll give them. And it's not a free workout; you're asking for exposure in return. So that's kind of how I see it. We cut radio and direct mail. Facebook drive sales into our brick and mortar. Any thoughts on how to leverage traditional channels to drive social? No, Chad. Just use more social to drive social. Like, you don't need traditional to drive Facebook. Do more Facebook, do more Instagram influencers, do more searching on Twitter, do more digital. Why are we holding on to traditional? Fuck traditional and fuck digital if it doesn't work, like banner ads or pre-rolls, or overpriced other things of that nature. A little hot tip on this Saturday night: Snapchat's open filter marketplace, $5 an hour for 20,000 square feet. You make a custom filter. It's incredible branding. More and more of you have to pay attention to it. Check it out. GeoFilter, on-demand geofilters. Check it out. I'm starting to really get excited about it. Cool. One more question. And thanks to all of you for hanging out on this Saturday. Appreciate it. Thank you so much for all of you that are giving love on Instagram. It's really going down on Instagram. Look at this, John Bates. I've been in the fitness industry for over 30 years and I've done thousands of free workouts. Right on. Because you're smart, John. That's why you've been in it for 30 years. People coming into some new market for 30 minutes and they think they're fancy and they're like, I'm not doing spec work. My time is worth something. Your time ain't worth shit if nobody's willing to pay for it. If nobody's willing to pay for your shit, your time's worth zero, motherfucker. Anyway. Shit gets me mad. Everybody's so fancy now. Fancy damn entrepreneurs. Fucking bled out of my eyes my whole life. People think it's like luck and like privilege or stumbled into shit. Put in work, motherfuckers. When you're at zero, I came into the agency world after building $60 million wine business, built up my brand, books, speeches, and I still did work for free because I was now in Madison Avenue and I had to establish myself there. I'm not getting paid anywhere close to my commissions for my time now at Vayner Sports helping AJ build that. Like, when you're in something new, the market doesn't give a shit what you were before. Nobody cared that The Rock was the best wrestler. Now that he came to Hollywood, he had to pay his dues. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody gives a shit of what you came from before. When you come into something new, you got to fucking work. I built a huge wine store. I wanted to get into tech. You know what I did in my first 3 tech meetups? I didn't walk in like I was somebody, even though I had a top 1,000 followed. I was one of 1,000 top followed people on Twitter on my way to being a top 100. And boom, I get into the tech world. First 3 meetups, I pour wine like I'm the help, like I'm a fucking waiter, like I'm the fucking help, because I knew I had to eat shit. I'm ending it with this. That's it. Like, there's nothing else to say. Like, people are fucking fancy. Get the fucking work. Here I am, fucking family, Saturday night, at the top of the game. But I made a commitment to do a daily vlog, so I gotta hack it. What do? I get on fucking Facebook and answer questions for 10 minutes. I don't want to necessarily do that, but I gotta put in the work. You want to win, climb the mountain, put in the work. Love you guys. Thanks for having me. See you tomorrow.
I am the voice in your head since you was a boy from the. Damn, that bitch pretty, but she too nice. You might get bored with the. Pop you some pills, the world on your shoulders can't shoulder the. We work better when you suffer, but I don't take joy in the. Said they was there for you, I was the one that was there when you. They wasn't scared for you, I put you out of the grave when you.